What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be making some cauliflower pizza today for you guys. This is a really popular recipe with the keto dieters and people that do low carb, high fat. And basically we're going to be using 1.5 heads of cauliflower here and some mushrooms that I got sliced already. This is some really awesome spaghetti sauce that I found, and is organic, which is amazing. It's actually under $2 a jar. This is the same company that makes the salad dressing that I use, Wild Oats. Actually, I'll show it to you guys real quick. This is their ranch dressing, and this stuff is amazing. I use this for my chicken wings and stuff. As you guys know, I switched my diet over to a ketogenic diet where I eat 70% of my calories from fat and 20 to 25% protein, and then only like 5% carbs per day. Usually got some olives here. I'm going to be putting that on it. 2 eggs, some mozzarella cheese I'll be slicing. I'm using some cured pepperoni, and as you guys know, I always use uncured meats just because it doesn't have the nitrates, and there were some studies showing the nitrates could cause cancer. I'm also using some garlic salt, some Lorry's for the crust to give it some extra flavor. And also another thing that I'm gonna be using for the crust is Parmesan cheese. So I'm trying to kind of make it like I don't know if you guys have Jets where you live, but similar to Jets pizza crust. They call it their turbo crust. We're gonna get started here. I still haven't found the blade for my food processor, so today I'm doing this with a Ninja. Basically what you want to do is you want to take your cauliflower flowerets and break it down to pieces and then stick them through your food processor. This is the consistency that you guys want your cauliflower to be, kind of like couscous, or like real small little rice, and basically this is the same consistency that you could use for your grilled cheese. If you guys haven't seen that other video, check it out. It's amazing. It came out really good. You could also use this for cauliflower fried rice. There's also another video that I'll link up that you guys can watch, and that came out really good. There's a lot of things that you could use cauliflower for that would normally use flour or rice or things like that. You can use it to make mashed potatoes and a whole bunch of other stuff. So the next step, guys, is to take your cauliflower and steam it for 7 minutes, and then when it comes out, I'll show you guys the next step. Alright guys, so now that the cauliflower has been steamed, the next step is to let it cool off for a little while, as I have here, so it's cool enough so you can work with it. And this is probably the most important step in doing this. If you don't do this, your pizza will be wet and it'll be ruined. You want to make sure you squeeze every drop of water that is in the cauliflower, so then you're able to use it. And I'm using here just a little dish towel to do so. You guys will be able to see how much water comes out of this. Cheesecloth would actually be the best thing to use for this, but I didn't have any. So you can see how much water came out of that cauliflower, and that would have been in your pizza, and it wouldn't have stuck together. It would have been all mushy. So that's the reason why this step is so important. If you want to get it like a real good dough, you have to make sure you strain all that water up. Don't forget that step, because that'll definitely ruin all of this work. Alright, so then I'm going to add 2 eggs that I've beaten, and about a 1/2 cup. Usually I use mozzarella cheese, but this time, like I said, I used cheddar because I had some left over. I think it'll give it some nice color. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic salt. extra flavor. And about a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. This will also suck up some of the moisture from the cauliflower if there's any left. And I'm going to add about a quarter of a teaspoon of ground oregano, just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And we're going to take all of that, we're going to mix it together. You want it to be like a dough-like consistency. Not too wet, but not too dry. Make sure that it will stick together. So guys, see, this is kind of like the little test that you want to do. You're able to get it into like a ball and it sticks together without it crumbling, then you got the right consistency. So this is pretty much what you want. So then the dough will stick together. That's not too wet, it's not too dry, so it's perfect. Now I'm gonna go wash my hands and then we're gonna put it together on the baking sheet. Alright guys, so the next step is I have a baking sheet here. I'm gonna take a piece of parchment paper and line my baking sheet, and I'm gonna go ahead and form the crust. Go. And basically you just want to shape it into a square or a rectangle, whatever you guys want to do. I'm going to do like a rectangle here, and it's going to be, you want it to be about a ½ inch deep. So guys, if you want to get the edges nice and clean, you can use a spatula like this and kind of run it along the side. Once you got it shaped, and it'll give it more of a square looking shape, and it'll look cleaner. So that's pretty much done, the crust. And now we're going to put it in the oven at 400 for about 7 minutes. Depending on your oven, you know, yours might be different. So you want to make sure you take a look at it, you know, when you're 5 or 6 minutes in, just to make sure you don't burn it. Alright guys, so in my oven it actually took about 12 minutes to get it to where I wanted it. And what you want is to have it looking kind of like brown, like this. This is like, you know, looking really good, and it's, you know, dry. So next step, we're going to put the marinara sauce on it. This sauce is a little bit watery. If you guys want to try something a little bit thicker that you like, you might want to do that. I'm not a huge fan of this sauce for as far as pizza. I just wanted to try it because it was organic. I'll make it work, but alright guys, so next we're going to put the mozzarella on top. Some pepperonis. I have a helper over here. He's my assistant chef, and he's helping me to cook this pizza today. His name is Taco. He's actually a Mexican chef, but he's helping me do some Italian today. So this is why he comes to cook. And then we're going to put our olives. Okay guys, so now that the toppings are on, we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven for about 8 minutes at 400. And like I said, all ovens are different, so you have to kind of watch it. Alright guys, it's finished. There you have it. It actually took me 12 minutes at 400 to get the crust right, and it also took 12 minutes to get the cheese melted on my oven. So make sure you guys keep an eye on it, you know, every couple of minutes, you know, to get it to the right consistency that you want. The crust looks amazing. And let it cool off for a second. I'm going to take a bite and let you guys know exactly how it is. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. I'm going to give it a bite. It's so good, well worth the effort. I would definitely make it again. And I highly recommend you guys try it out. Remember to subscribe to the channel and share these videos so we can get more people joining us and eating the healthy low carb diet and losing weight. Hope to see you guys on the next one, and remember to check us out, justthatmuscle.com, for all your supplement needs, and use coupon code YouTube for 10% discount on your entire order. See you in the next one.